Hello, today we're going to be speaking about the mitzvah of confessing our sins. And yes, I know this is day number 3 that we are speaking about this same mitzvah. And the reason is because this mitzvah a day that we are doing coincides with the more in-depth version of Maimonides. And Maimonides actually spends 3 days talking about the same mitzvah, which goes to show you that it's not so simple. There's a lot to it. So today I wanted to touch on the fact that it needs to be verbal. We actually have to verbalize to God our bad feelings of what we did. And why is that? Why is it that we need to verbalize to God? Why isn't it enough to think it? And it's because our words have so much power in them. What we say is what we feel. You know, on Pesach, during the Seder, the entire mitzvah of the Seder is to tell the story of our Exodus. Why is that? Why do we need to tell the story? Because when we talk freedom, we feel freedom. When we talk confession, we feel badly about what we did. And this is why it is so important to verbalize our prayers, to actually say the words of the prayers. Is it because God is deaf? No, God isn't deaf. Of course, God knows what we're thinking. God knows everything. But it's not about God hearing our prayers. It's about us hearing our prayers. And interestingly, this concept was instituted by a woman. It was a woman who instituted praying with words. And to me, that it was always very, very meaningful, because even though women are not necessarily obligated in prayer, because women cannot be tied down 3 times a day and say, oh no, the sun's about to set, I better stop everything I'm doing so that I can go pray. It's a little bit more complicated for a woman. Still, the mitzvahs of prayer were instituted by a woman. And I do think that it's because women do have this special intuition, this special feeling of knowing we are constantly in communication with God. We have this special one-on-one connection that we have always in communication with God. And I think that this is the reason why it was instituted by a woman. Actually, my namesake, her name was Chana. So I feel incredibly connected to this, and I hope that you do too.